Welcome to the Horror Next Door. This is our favorite new horror trailers from May 2024. All the trailers discussed in this video will be linked below. If you like this video, would you kindly subscribe? And don't forget to leave us a comment letting us know what you think of these trailers. Now, on with the trailers.
The Well. A budding art restorer travels to a small Italian village to bring a medieval painting back to its former glory. Little does she know, she is placing her life in danger from an evil curse and a monster born of myth and brutal pain.
The Well stars Lauren Lavera, who you might know from Terrifier 2. And as of this recording, there is no release date that I could find.
I remember hearing about this movie quite a while ago. It's probably because I've been following Lauren Lavera since discovering her in Terrifier 2. I must have read or seen something about it somewhere. I thought the premise sounded pretty cool. And after having seen the trailer, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the movie. That monster thing looks awesome and creepy. And I do think it seems like the idea is being executed quite well based on what we are seeing in this trailer. I think it's intriguing for a historic piece of art to be a tool or a trigger in a horror movie. And at this point, I'm just kind of following Lauren's career and watching whatever new horror stuff she puts out. So looking forward to seeing this one.
So we talked about another Lauren Lavera film a few months back. I believe it was called The Fetus. Between the two of these, I think I'm more interested in that one, but this movie still looks cool nonetheless. I really don't know what the heck is going on in this trailer. There seems to be some kind of coven or cult. There is some random dude with a giant meat cleaver who seems to be dumping bodies down what I presume is the well. One of the first things I thought as the trailer was progressing was that this movie just looks very gothic. And then the trailer itself says a gothic nightmare. So they're not lying. This movie also looks like it's just going to be very brutal and violent, which is right up our alley. This movie is obviously on the lower budgeted side, but from what I've seen so far in the trailer, it looks pretty damn good. We here at the Horror Next Door don't really care what the budget is for the movie that you made. We will reserve judgment until the movie is over. And honestly, we've seen a lot of low budget films, probably ones that had even less of a budget than this one, that turned out to be pretty damn fun and pretty damn amazing. So cannot wait for this one. Lauren Lavera seems to be picking some awesome horror movies to star in. Cannot wait.
Latency. When Hana, a professional gamer who suffers from acute agoraphobia, receives new equipment that enhances her game, she begins to wonder if it is reading her mind or controlling it.
Latency releases June 14th.
Should you watch this trailer and think, wow, this looks really cheesy and cheap? I hear you, but I think outside of the interesting looking special effects and CGI, this story seems really cool. It is not very common for video game horror movies to exist. With Brain Scan being one of my all-time favorite movies, not just horror movies, but movies in general, Latency made my ears perk up, for lack of a better phrase. Overall, the trailer just makes me want to see more, whether things are completely in her mind or it's bleeding into reality. I'm just gonna give it a fair shake. I'm gonna give it a chance, hope for the best, and if it sucks, it sucks. But right now, it looks fun and it looks cool and I want to watch it.
So being video game fans, we had to talk about this trailer. First off, I want to say that the musical choice for this trailer is very interesting. Towards the beginning of the trailer, they're playing the Tetris music, which is completely random. I'm not sure if that's public domain at this point. I don't know, or if they had to actually get the rights to use that. I'm sure they probably had to buy the rights for that. But then towards the end of the trailer, they play some kind of cover of Tainted Love with a female vocalist. And it actually doesn't sound all that bad. It's just so random. You have the Tetris theme song and then you have Tainted Love. I know all the CGI effects in this don't really look all that amazing, but honestly, like I was saying before about movies having lower budgets, the same applies to CGI. If you have not so great CGI, it's not really that big of a deal if your movie and your story and everything makes up for it. I can look past shoddy CGI if the movie is great. And it's funny that this is based on a video game, because I think the same rule applies for video games. If you have a video game that's older or even something that's brand new and the graphics aren't the greatest, it doesn't really matter. As long as the gameplay is good and the story is good and you can have fun with it, it doesn't matter what the graphics are. So if you're a graphics snob, expand your horizons a little bit, and there might be some games that you haven't played that are a little on the older side now. Yeah, the graphics might be dated, but it's not about the graphics. So again, it's not about the CGI. Anyway, rant over. If there's one thing about this trailer that I don't really like, is there's two random shots of the main actress where all of a sudden she has this big giant mouth of teeth, and I'm not sure if that's going to play any kind of role in the story, and maybe it will make more sense when you're watching the movie, but for the context of the trailer, those two particular shots with her with the teeth were the only thing about this that really took me out of the trailer, because for a lack of a better term, it looked kind of stupid. But like I said, I'll reserve judgment until I see the final product. If those two shots were out of this trailer, I feel like this trailer would be even better than it is. This might be one of those movies where it's just a fun ride, but it's not going to win any awards or anything like that. But it looks fun and can't wait to check it out.
A Sacrifice. American social psychologist Ben Monroe investigates a local cult connected to a disturbing event while his daughter becomes embroiled with a mysterious local boy.
A Sacrifice stars Eric Bana, who you might know from Deliver Us from Evil, and Sadie Sink, who you might know from Stranger Things and the Fear Street trilogy. A Sacrifice releases June 28th.
Well, hey, as a horror fan and a true crime junkie, what more could a gal ask for? Mark me auto-interested in a cult-themed horror movie. Obviously, I've seen a lot of very poorly done culty horror movies in my time, but this seems to have a pretty decent cast. I could see, based on watching the trailer, veering into sort of corny territory, so I hope that it has more of an edge to it, and it's a little bit more on the dark and disturbing side than the mushy-gushy family lovey-dovey stuff. I feel like I'll be a little bit disappointed if it's too much of a happy ending. There's a tone to this trailer, like a green tint, sort of a cloudy day type of a vibe to it that I like. So hopefully the movie, again, has that dreary dark tone, and there's a lot of kooky, crazy stuff we're not seeing in the trailer.
So first and foremost, I just want to say that it's nice to see that Sadie Sink is staying in the realm of horror. I know this movie isn't like a full straight up horror film. It's definitely a thriller of some sorts and does look like it might have some horror elements. There's a cult involved and all that shenanigans. There is some imagery towards the end of the trailer that makes this look like maybe it will be pretty dark towards the end. One thing that's weird to me about this trailer is it seems like some of the voices in the trailer don't match the lips or something like that. And when I first watched the trailer, I was like, is this a foreign film? But I knew it had Sadie Sink in it because I had actually found this trailer while surfing Bloody Disgusting. So I was like, well, it's got Sadie Sink in it. It's got to be English. I think this might be a German film, whatever's going on in here with their voices, especially the Eric Bana character. Something doesn't seem right when he talks. So I might be wrong, but maybe this movie was filmed in German and then dubbed to English for this trailer. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just the editing is weird and it just comes across as weird to me. I'm not knocking the film for that. This movie still looks good. It still looks entertaining. I'm actually really curious to see what this cult is all about. This woman who is the leader of the cult, she looks creepy as shit. And like I said, some of the shots at the end of this trailer look like it gets pretty dark. Looks like it takes a pretty dark turn. So cannot wait to see how that all plays out.
The Demon Disorder. This film tells the story of Graham, Jake, and Philip Riley and their deceased father, whose pasts collide when a family secret is discovered, leading their father's garage to become the site of revenge from beyond the grave.
The Demon Disorder releases in October.
I can safely say I have never seen a horror movie where a garage is the site of some beyond the grave business going on. This trailer looks like The Demon Disorder could be very chaotic, kooky, and gory, and I'm here for it. I'm excited to see this one. It looks quite different and fresh and new compared to especially a lot of the things we're seeing come out recently. I'm sure there are plenty of things that we are not seeing in the trailer, and that is probably the biggest reason that I want to watch this. If they're showing some of this crazy, icky stuff in the trailer, then what else is there going to be in the movie? Can't wait to see what is going on.
This movie just looks like it's going to be another one of those movies that when you get done watching it, you just want to go take a shower because you feel filthy from watching it. There's definitely going to be some kind of body horror element in here with this thing inside of a man and then looks like it's going to hatch or something. I don't know. It looks nuts. There's a random shot of an eyeball looking out of the man's chest. Just some crazy stuff here. I don't even know what to say about this, to be honest with you. I just think this looks awesome. It looks disgusting, and I can't wait. I think out of all the trailers we talked about this month, this would probably be my favorite, and that's a little unfortunate because this one's not coming out until October, or at least that's what I found online. Seems like all the other movies are coming out in June. There's a quick shot at the end of the trailer where you can see what I presume is the demon. You can see it for a very brief second, but it looks weird, almost alien-like, so it's crazy. I think Shudder has been getting some really good horror movies as of lately. I'm not sure if they are directly involved with the making of some of these movies or if they just pick them up after the fact from film festivals and things of that nature. But this movie looks cool. I can't wait to check it out. I will say though, although we have to wait until October before this comes out, this will be a great film to watch during the month of October. So cannot wait to check it out.
As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment letting us know your thoughts on these trailers, all of which will be linked below along with our store and social media pages. Until next time.